What's going on, guys? Toronto786 here with the morning episode, or the morning. It's still morning, y'all. The morning after episode 4 to talk to you about some video games. There's actually a lot that I wanted to go over, so I'm just gonna start going through this stuff. First thing I wanted to talk about was the next gen consoles, kind of go over a few things. There was a couple of demos that happened yesterday, a couple of announcements with some video games. So big thing as far as video games goes for the next gen consoles. Fortnite is going to be on Xbox Series X and PS5 at launch. However, Epic Games had stated that they won't be using the Unreal Engine 5 until later in 2021. Initially, it's going to be released with Unreal Engine 4, which I assume means that, it probably won't be running at the crisp 4K 60 frames. I mean, it probably will on Unreal Engine 4. It just won't look as crispy, I assume. Let's see. It says there is some updates that, let's see, the Series X will support cross progression and crossplay at launch. It's our plan to support both crossplay and cross next gen. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that PS5 is also going to have cross-gen progression and cross-play down the road. So Xbox is going to have that. At launch, so I'm assuming PS5 will be on later on down the road. So if you're a Fortnite player, something to be looking forward to there. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the tech demo that PS5 had about their, basically their new graphic stuff. There was a lot of jokes going around about triangles and circles and things of that nature. Basically, the Tech 5 demo, or the PS5 Tech demo, showed what the lighting's going to be like, what they're doing as far as like textures to make it look really nice. It looks pretty crispy. I'm not going to lie. The demo that I had watched, which is this one right here, it's this girl going through these caves, and it kind of shows her running around and stuff like that. It looks pretty neat. A lot of people were kind of complaining, and I even mentioned this yesterday, about how the frames per second are going to be really low. But I was talking with a friend of mine, and he mentioned that, starting out, most consoles don't really utilize the full power of a console. Let's just take, for example, a really early PS4 game compared to, later, like right now, PS4 game. It's a huge difference on what each of the games looks like. Yeah. So, but nevertheless, it's gonna be, yeah. Let me see. What am I? Hold on. Okay. But yeah, it looked really neat. I'm really excited about it. Looked pretty awesome. So next thing I want to go over is Xenoblade Chronicles for the Switch is getting a definitive edition. Apparently they released it on 3DS and I believe on Wii, maybe. They also made some upgrades with the system and things like that, if you can see here in this kind of like these little pictures. I never played Xenoblade Chronicles. I always wanted to, I just never did. It looks really nice. I might actually pick it up just because it is on the Switch. I really like just being able to play the game pretty much anywhere. It looked pretty neat. Yeah, I really don't know much about it, but the fact that they're doing a definitive edition, a lot of companies are doing this. They're starting to remake games for the newer current gen consoles to kind of capitalize on this whole remake train. I mean, Resident Evil has been really successful on their remakes, so I'm sure there's a lot of other companies thinking. There's a couple of remakes I wouldn't mind re-seeing. Legends of Dragoon, it's old PS1 game. People have always talked about it being remaked. It was a great game. It was a 4-disc game. back on PS1. The game was phenomenal at the time. The graphics, the CG scenes were phenomenal. So it'd be really awesome to see that game redone. Let's see. So there was an announcement yesterday that they're redoing Mafia and Mafia 2 as a remastered edition. Just exactly what I was talking about, companies doing these remasters. This is a screenshot of it, what it's supposed to look like. I mean, obviously it's going to look way better than what the original did. I never played this. It reminded me a lot of GTA every time I saw gameplay of it. My nephew was really into this game. He played it a lot. So it says here the originals hit in 2002 and then 2004. That was first on PC. And this is made by 2K, which is the same company that does Borderlands. So you can expect that it's going to be good. I mean, I might pick it up if it's a decent price, like 20, 30, 40 bucks, especially if it's more than more than one game. Kind of like Tony Hawk. Let's see. Oh, so the Ghost of Tsushima, funny story. Yesterday, I thought was Thursday. So I get on around 2 o'clock, and I'm just waiting for this State of Play live stream to start of Ghost of Tsushima. And I was just like waiting there. It's like, oh man, this is going to be so good. I'm going to watch this. I was just really stoked to watch it, honestly. And then I come to find out, it was Wednesday. I just had really wishful thinking. I sat there for like 10 minutes, like, why is this not? And then, playing. And then I looked at the calendar. I was like, oh, it's Wednesday. So that live stream I'll be doing hopefully later today. I'm going to be taking my lunch around that time so I can stream that and talk about hopefully the gameplay. And I hope it's just not like a really long trailer and then the developers talking about it. Maybe we actually get to see some gameplay. I'm sure it's going to be good regardless, but I'd like to see some info on it. So Square Enix, like a lot of other companies, is talking about they're going to be doing individual game announcements, as you see here in this Twitter post that I have up. A lot of companies are starting to do this. They're kind of pulling away. I'm assuming there's not going to be an E3. If there is, it'll probably be a, digital streaming, maybe just companies coming together for a live stream or something like that. But yeah, it's all because of COVID-19. Companies are scared, and I'm sure they just want to make sure their players are safe, which is cool. A lot of companies looking out for their fans. Borderlands 3 is getting some Mayhem mode updates. They're going to be tweaking it and fine-tuning it. I played this the first few days it came out. Got my Sandhawk for my character, for my Zane, for the build that I had. The Mayhem is kind of crazy. Like, the way they kind of put an increase on the damage and the health and the different little mods that you have as far as like I forget what they are. They're like perks. They're like Mayhem. There's, I don't want to say boost, but like you get more headshot damage or you get more crit damage. But there's other stuff like, where some of the bad guys are chrono, and once you get these bad guys, they're immune to chrono, or some other stuff like that, or they can't have or you can't do crits unless they're done to their head or something like that. I like that aspect of it, the different little mods they have for whatever Mayhem level. There's like easy, medium, hard, and very hard modifiers. That's what I was thinking of modifiers. But I felt like I was doing Mayhem 10 and I was farming for a Sandhawk, and then I was also farming for a what was it? It was the new gun. It was like a submachine gun that shoots out little rockets. The Chaos. The Chaos Con or Chaos Kin or something like that. The gun's really powerful, I'll admit, but it was weird because on those bosses you could like mow through them really quickly with a certain build, but then when I would try to get to these bosses and had to fight mobs or start mobbing, it slowed down tremendously. Like I don't know, it wasn't the same. It was really weird. Like I could kill the bosses relatively easy, but then trying to get to those bosses and fight the mobs on the way, it was pretty hard. I'm assuming that's part of what's going to be the tweaking. This GIF kind of says it all of Stanley Hudson from The Office. It's kind of funny. But yeah, there's some tweaks coming to that. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, there was a trailer for one of the new characters. So Shiva's coming. The brother of Raiden, I guess Rain, I'm not really sure. And RoboCop is coming to MK11. Looked pretty neat. I'm not really a big Mortal Kombat fan. I kind of feel the same way about Mortal Kombat the way I feel about Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty, which I still play them, but just not all of them. I don't like it when a game releases another game just for the sake of releasing a game. You know, I mean, we're in Mortal Kombat 11. Mind you, it's been years, and it's almost every year that they come out one, but I just can't bring myself to buy a game every single year. Like, it's amazing to me, like, people who are into sports games. So you have your FIFAs, your Maddens, 2Ks, whatever the other ones are. Those are the big ones that I can think of. So you got basketball, soccer, and football. It's amazing to me that every single year, because they come out with one every single year, that people buy those. And, you know, and mind you, I don't play them. I played FIFA for a minute, and I really enjoyed it. But I just can't every single year. I wouldn't be able to buy those every single year. Like, I can't. I don't know. It's too much. I can't even, y'all. I just can't. PubG was getting a ranked mode. I tried to find the Twitter post about it. So if you're into PubG, they're doing a Twitter ranked mode, which should be pretty interesting. You know, if you still play PubG. Yeah. Wait, what? Reveals Paper Mario, the armor going to be coming to Switch in July? Oh, this just came out 12 minutes ago. So Paper Mario is going to be coming to Switch in July? That'll be really cool. Oh my god. Is this going to be Charlotte? What? So crispy. Okay, that looks pretty legit. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Huh. Let's see here. That is going to be really awesome. But yeah, that was kind of everything that I wanted to go over. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of went through that way quicker than I thought I was going to. But that was some of the gaming news from yesterday. You know, if you like this, please follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, you know, leave me some comments. So I always like hearing from you guys. If it's anything really. Yeah, just kind of talking about random game news, just, you know, various stuff that I find interesting. There was this post yesterday about the Joy-Con drift, that people are still complaining about it. I don't know, like, I've never been subject to it, but mind you, whenever I play the Switch, I usually play with my Pro controller, so I guess I haven't had those kind of woes of Joy-Con drift. And even when I do play on my, like, just pulling out my Nintendo Switch, yeah, it's not really a thing, really. Well, I guess that's it for I guess that's it for today, guys. I went through that a lot quicker than I thought I was going to, but yeah. If you like the video, follow, like, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow on the morning after. Later.